Jake Paul is known for stirring up trouble with various people, and this time was no different. Jake sent a strong message to Dana White, with whom he already has a rocky relationship, and the UFC boss made sure to fire back with a crushing response, even criticizing Jake's performance against Mike Tyson. On top of that, Jake also ended up provoking Francis Ngannou, who responded to the YouTuber today, saying it's a joke that fans are even considering a fight between the two. Check it out. First, let's take a look at what Francis Ngannou had to say to Jake Paul, who criticized him for trying to seek attention and even said that John Jones is a better fighter than him. Ngannou was asked if he would fight Jake, and the Cameroonian said the following. No, come on, don't be silly. Maybe if we put the two Paul brothers in the cage and then. Maybe there is something to do there. Come on, respect me a little bit. Next time I see this Jake Paul guy, I'm gonna give him 2 or 3 slaps. I don't want this kind of money. Yeah, I respect Paul. He's working good for them. They're doing good. Remember, we are doing entertainment and they were on Netflix, and when you subscribe to Netflix, you go there for entertainment. And if this is not entertainment, I don't know what you are looking for. We can argue about sport and entertainment, which is quite sport because they train and they practice. It was entertaining, whether you like it or not. There was a curiosity to see Mike Tyson at this age. Can he stand? Can he? And they did entertain, so it's working, good for him. Obviously, he is breaking the system. A lot of people will not be happy. It's more like a freelancer that doesn't belong to any organization and people doesn't like it. Every time that you go against institutions, you can expect a hit, but it doesn't mean that you're doing wrong. Now check out Jake Paul's statement that got Dana White so fired up he felt the need to respond directly to Jake. Me and Mike Tyson broke every viewership record in boxing since the GOAT Muhammad Ali. Wow. Dana White has been boxing promoter his whole career. All these nut writers need to do their research. His TV show failed. Couldn't sell 4K tickets in Dublin with that useless Irish boxer, Callum Walsh, he's promoting. And he is not fighters first. He's Dana first. Builds you up and tears you down. Now Conor McGregor is hostage. Free Conor. Crazy that we did a bigger gate than every UFC event in history, and that company is 30 plus years old. Biggest gate of Mike Tyson's career. Biggest attendance of Mike's career. Biggest viewership of Mike's career. Biggest combat sports gate in U.S. combat sports history outside of Las Vegas. More people watched an illegal stream of my fight with Mike Tyson than what the NBA playoffs averaged in 2024. Who mocked him? He's a fucking beast. All respect to the baddest ever. It was an honor to share the ring with him. Reflecting on how I have disrupted boxing's old guard, and it finally hit me, Mike Tyson was the original disruptor. Took the entire sport by storm and became an icon. As expected, Dana White fired back at Jake Paul with the following. If you didn't think that's the way the fight was going to play out, I don't know what people expected. Mike's almost 60 years old. He's Mike Tyson, but he's 60 years old. He knew that Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him, so you knew what you were going to get when you saw that fight. But you can't get mad. It was F***king free. We've all got Netflix anyways. You got to watch the girls fight, and the girls fight was good. I know a lot of people were pissed with the fight. It was a bit of a shit show, but what did you expect? Seriously. When you stayed home, and you turned on Netflix that night, were you like, holy F***ck, I'm about to see the greatest sporting event of all time? No, you F***king did not. You got exactly what you thought you were going to get. Jake Paul also upset a lot of people by claiming he didn't knock out Mike Tyson because he didn't want to, saying he went easy on him because he felt sorry for Mike in some way. Yeah, I definitely took my foot off the gas. Definitely a bit. I wanted to give the fans the show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt. I carried him a little bit. There was a point where I was just like, he's not really engaging back, and I don't know if he's tired or whatever. I could just tell his age was showing a little bit. I just have so much respect for him and that violence/war thing between us. After he slapped me, I wanted to be aggressive and take him down and knock him out and all that stuff, but that kind of went away as the rounds went on. It just made everything mentally more difficult to go into the ring with a sprained ankle, having to tape it up. I missed about 2 weeks of sparring. So I really only sparred 1 or 2 times before this fight, so that's why my cardio didn't feel as good in there tonight. I tried to give the best fight I possibly could. When someone's just surviving in the ring, basically, it's hard to make it exciting. I couldn't really get him to engage me or slip shots and do something super cool or whatever. I don't care what people have to say. They're always going to have something to say, and it is what it is. Francis Ngannou also commented specifically on Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's fight, saying he was saddened to see Mike in that situation. It just hurt me to see there, in that situation, like, knowing Mike and what he can do and see him there with Jake Paul, and Jake Paul like, hey man, like, that sight just hurt me. You have to give it to Mike, man. This is 58-year-old Mike Tyson that's been doing this sport since 12 years old, I believe, and to still be able to stand up on his own, at this age, I think it's impressive. Stand up against a 27-year-old guy, even though I would say he wouldn't be at that level, but wasn't that much of a threat to Mike. You have to give it up to him. Standing up by his own at that age and go over 15 minutes with a young guy. That was impressive. Dana White also shared his thoughts on the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, taking the opportunity to mock Jake's performance, saying the YouTuber couldn't do anything against Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was right, and I was wrong. You guys know the whole story about Shark Week, Mike Tyson participation, and if you don't, I begged him not to do the Roy Jones fight. You are too old, I love you and don't want to see you take any more punishment. So I set him up on Shark Week, he got paid good money and he's like. He almost flipped out the last day and was ready to kill everybody in the boat because he had to jump in with all these sharks again in the middle of Florida. And he's like, these F***King A** Shoals says that he cares about me and everything else. I've been fighting since I was 12 and he throws me in the ocean with a bunch of sharks. He was right about that too. But he basically said, I told him, Mike, you're basically 60 years old. He's like, you honestly think this F***King kid's going to do anything to me? He's not good. He's not going to F***King knock me out. He's not going to do this. And you saw him, he tripped when he was walking down the aisle, he had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on and Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. He made a ton of money and I know people are mad you stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. When Mike Tyson shows up, everybody makes money. Jake Paul. I don't have to tell you guys. You guys know. Mike Tyson is the A++++ side of that thing. He was right. Jake Paul couldn't do shit to him. He was right and I was wrong. So, folks, Jake Paul really got under a lot of people's skin, and the guy became worldwide news after this fight with Mike Tyson. But what's your opinion? Do you agree with the fights Jake Paul is putting on? Or are you one of the people against him? Leave your opinion in the comments so we can discuss it. If you really love MMA and want to stay updated on everything happening in the fight world, you definitely need to check out these other 2 videos that are popping up on the screen. These 2 videos are super important, and I'm absolutely sure you'll enjoy them and stay well informed about the latest MMA news. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to help spread the content. Thanks, and see you next time.